Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wiegand and Days here on the campus of Carnegie Mellon University for today's volleyball match between the visiting Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets and your Carnegie Mellon partners. Before the match, we would like to recognize the seniors playing in the final match here on campus today.
First, Carnegie Mellon University and the target volleyball program would like to congratulate the seniors from Randolph-Macon. Number 2, Leslie Curry. Number 9, Grace Parker. Number 10, Megan Boss. Number 18, Jasmine Hanson. And number 23, Ashley Knott. Congratulations on your career and good luck in your future endeavors. The Tigers are celebrating 5 seniors on this year's team who have accumulated a record of 54 and 31 and played in last year's NCAA tournament, winning their first round game. First up, an outside hitter from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 1, Avani Seshiah. Avani will graduate this May with a degree in International Relations and Political Science with a second major in French and is currently applying to grad school. Next is a setter from Belmont, Massachusetts, number 7, Mindee. Degree in computer science, and she will work as a software engineer for Microsoft. Next, a defensive specialist from San Francisco, California, number 14, Isabel Sheppard. Isabel will graduate in May with a degree in business administration with a concentration in marketing with a double minor in psychology and drama. Isabel is preparing for a career in sports marketing. Next is an outside hitter from Randolph, Puerto Rico, number 15, Reichard. With her parents, with a degree in mechanical engineering and will start taking master's classes in mechanical engineering at Group photo, please.
Congratulations, seniors. Once again, welcome to today's game. At this time, we ask you to please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. At this time, let's meet the players for each team. First, for Randolph-Macon, number 2, Leslie Curry. Number 3, Maya Zazzaro. Number 5, Lola Velasquez. Number 6, Caitlin Kapler. Number 7, Laura Wilton. Number 8, Tennessee Gooch. Number 9, Grace Parker. Number 10, Megan Moss. Number 11, Logan Ruben. Number 12, Sydney Wade. Number 14, Abby Linsky. Number 15, Maddie Ethan Hill. Number 16, Jordan Little. Number 18, Jasmine Hansen. Number 19, Kennedy McDowell. Number 22, Carly Moreno. Number 23, Ashley Knott. And number 34, Lily Match. Yellow Jackets are coached by Bill Rogers in his 22nd season. And now, the players for your Carnegie Mellon partners. Number 1, Avani Seshiah. Number 2, Bella Woodard. Number 4, Catherine Jackson. Number 5, Elizabeth Sherman. Number 6, Juliana McFarland. Number 7, Mindy Lai. Number 9, Zoe Gabbert. Number 10, Kai Kirkenrosen. Number 11, Nea Smala. Number 13, Elizabeth Phillips. Number 14, Isabel Sheppard. Number 15, Laura Reichard. Number 16, Isabel Sierra. Number 18, Jane Dean. Number 19, Jolie Wu. And number 20, Abby Chen. Her playing block in her first season.
And welcome back up to the broadcast booth as we are just about to get started with the third of 3 matches here at the Carnegie Mellon Tri match here on a beautiful Saturday in October, end of October, here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Alongside Kevin Zolmansky, I'm Jared Barton. Kevin, good to be with you for the last game of the afternoon after a win in 5 sets for Carnegie Mellon over William Smith College. It was the Herons that took down Randolph-Macon in 3 sets in the middle game, and now it's time to see what will happen between CMU and Randolph-Macon here in the final game.
As the Tartans have just recognized their seniors, graduating seniors. Pretty impressive set of seniors in terms of listening to hear their majors and what their future plans are, and see what we get here in this final match of the 3-match schedule here this afternoon.
Carnegie Mellon donning the white uniforms for this match. They were in the red this morning, but their libero Abby Chen will be in red. Meanwhile, CMU in the white jerseys, black numbers, and red trim. Randolph-Macon sporting the black road uniforms with yellow sleeves, white numbers, and white trim. Their libero in, what would you call that, highlighter yellow, neon yellow?
Yes, it's yellow, borderline, highlighter, neon bright yellow. I'd go with that.
We're underway, and it's a service ace to get things started for Carnegie Mellon. Nea Tamala coming up with the first point of the contest.
Yeah, watching the libero for Randolph-Macon, Candidito, she never left the court. So she was out there for all 3 sets of the match.
The Yellow Jackets with a bit of a response ties us up at 1. Important to mention, Mindee Lai, one of the seniors who were honored here on Senior Day, just 9 assists away from clinching that 1,000 career threshold for assists, and it's going to happen in her final game here at Carnegie Mellon at home, as they could take a 2-1 edge after the kill from the front line.
Kind of appropriate timing-wise, right? You're going to reach such a significant milestone when you get to your final home match with your family in attendance.
This ball placed out of bounds. Carnegie Mellon goes up 4-1 early in this first set. And Laura Reichard, another senior who just announced she's going to be starting grad school classes in the spring here at CMU. Reichard punches this skyward, and this gets punched down. That off the hands of very talented Grace Parker, the outside hitter from Andover, New Jersey. She currently ranks 2nd in the nation in attacks per set at 13.53, and you saw a pretty sweet attack there.
Yeah, she was salivating to that little pop-up that just went over the net. It was right in front of her, and she was sizing that one up for a kill.
How about Schlemmer on the other end? The response makes it 5-2. Or 4-2, check that, sorry about that. Getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, you were 1 ahead when it was 3-1 to 4. It's okay, that one's long.
Makes it a 4-3 contest. And we'll see some serves from our left as Ashlyn Knott, the outside hitter and senior from Virginia, checks in. And right now it is Parker serving. Schlemmer, can she do it again? Yes! Off of a couple of Yellow Jackets and to the floor. It's 5-3, Carnegie Mellon.
We saw Schlemmer heat up late in that match. In the earlier match against William Smith, she caught fire in that 4th and 5th set.
Off-speed hit from the front line for Randolph-Macon. Schlemmer keeps it alive. Tamala as well. Jane Dean, it's blasted back to her. But the point goes to CMU. Up 6-3 early. Macon sends this skyward. Tamala leaves. And it's Seshiah from the near side.
Good kill down the left sideline there. Just inside the antenna.
Schlemmer continues to serve. This dugout. No problem for Grace Parker. Back line, Reichard. Now Jane Dean getting in on the action, and it's unreturnable. Tartans take a 5-point lead here in the first set.
Randolph-Macon arrived here at CMU with an overall record of 15-5. You can make that 15-6 now.
Diving attempt by Abby Chen, and this falls to the turf. 9-3 CMU. As I look at the bench, Mindee Lai actually in what seems to be some sort of walking boot.
I see that now.
After she was injured in that first matchup against William Smith. So we will not see the 9 assists coming today. Good thing is the season's not over.
Right.
So still a chance to get to 1,000 career assists. We just won't see it today.
Yeah, we didn't catch that earlier looking at the bench, but Jared, that's probably one of those situations where you kind of twist it. You continue to play, and it's okay, but when you stop, then the swelling starts.
This blast handled. Tamala. Seshiah popped up to the net. No return from Randolph-Macon. Point Carnegie Mellon. They're up 11-3, rolling here in the first set.
I was expecting Coach Rogers to take a timeout a couple of points ago, but he's going to continue on.
This too far, and maybe that timeout will be coming. There it is. Timeout called. And you mentioned Bill Rogers. He's a pretty highly regarded coach. 22 years in his 22nd season with Randolph-Macon, has over 470 career wins. Recently attained his 450th win. He's in the top 30 of win percentage, top 50 in total victories among active coaches in Division III. And he has 7 ODAC regular season titles, 7 tournament titles, and 9 NCAA tournament appearances in his 22 years. Also 6 Coach of the Year honors for the conference, so he knows what he's doing.
I think he knows what he's doing, but he may have just allowed that run to go a couple points too long before taking the timeout.
Tartans lead 12-3. This is the second meeting all time between these two schools, as the lone meeting before this happened back on September 23rd of 2016. It was at the CMU Invitational, which is another tournament that they host each year. CMU was ranked 17th in the nation at the time of the match, so the Tartans won 3-1. CMU receiving votes coming into the weekend. They'd love to get back to the NCAA tournament. Just there last year. Good block up front. Point goes down.
Oh. Calling a point to
Yes,
CMU.
It went out of bounds.
I thought it was going to Randolph-Macon.
As Jasmine Hansen had the hit, but it fell out of play. And this is a service error? No. Again, another issue on the Randolph-Macon side. So, and CMU's comeback victory over William Smith earlier today. That ball out of bounds. Carnegie Mellon up 19-4. Gavros to the back line. It's dug out Grace Parker. This sent way too hard from Megan Bost. The right side and outside hitter, senior out of North Carolina. She was a third-team all-conference player last year. This is service error off the net. Makes it 20-5. Into serve, Laura Walton, a junior center out of Urbana, Virginia. Service error.
That certainly isn't going to help the cause of the Yellow Jackets, as they were going to try to climb back into that one. They brought someone off the bench to serve, and it went promptly into the net. So the Tartans lead 21-5 here.
Isabel Sheppard serving for CMU, and there's no return. Sheppard gets the ace. Tartans go up 22-5.
I learned from watching senior rec that it was Isabel Sheppard's mom that was very excitable during the first match, bringing the energy here with all the parents. She was very excited for senior rec too. Love to see it.
Schlemmer, big hit that's dug out well. Grace Parker was there, but it hits the antenna, and the point falls for the Tartans, up 23-5.
Schlemmer's having a good first set here, Jared, with some kills from that right side. She did some good work at the service line. She's kind of been the star of this first set for the Tartans.
This dig from the libero, Maddie
Oh, that one had some power.
Skyward. And Schlemmer again, blasting it over. Parker and company trying to keep it alive, unable to do so. 24-5. CMU running away.
Schlemmer with the elevation and the jump. She probably travels about 3-4 yards when she hits those.
Sheppard continues to serve. Dug out, DiCandido. And back to it, it's Herkenrother that ends set number 1, 25-5. So Carnegie Mellon making quick work of Randolph-Macon after one set. One set in the books, a 25-5 victory for CMU over Randolph-Macon.
13-2 advantage in kills in that first set for the Tartans. Randolph-Macon had 20 attacks to Carnegie Mellon's 14. 13-1 advantage in assists for the Tartans too.
So before this weekend, Randolph-Macon was on a 7-match winning streak for a conference loss on the road to Eastern Mennonite on Tuesday. That was 3-2. But in that loss, Grace Parker had 13 kills, which broke the conference record of career kills. That was previously set at 1,714. So she has over 1,700 career kills, which is the best spot ever put up by anybody in the ODAC.
I think I deciphered the official stats we were talking earlier. I think the dark dots are the starters.
I figured.
The white ones are the players that made an appearance. The L is obviously the libero.
Right.
So it just took me a couple matches to figure out deciphering some of the stats.
Before you know it, you're going to love coming here to watch CMU volleyball. It's a fun sport to watch for sure, and they see some very high talent almost every season. So I've had a good time over the last couple of years.
I do enjoy watching it. I've learned, catching some assignments at the high school level, getting to see it. It's very quick, fast paced. And we've talked about in the first match, we repeated here, it's a very, you called it a very positive, positivity. I mean, there's no, how do you phrase it? There's no pouting if a point is missed. We can't tell, maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem to be like a lot of trash talking about it. They just kind of enjoy themselves.
Yep, and it usually turns out
and it's fun to watch.
Best. Yep. Quick work in that first set, 25-5. Carnegie Mellon up 1-0 over Randolph-Macon. The Yellow Jackets coming up from Virginia.
Yeah, I just wanted to look that up before we started. Ashland, Virginia.
They're in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference, which encompasses a lot of teams in the state of Virginia. They were picked to finish first in that conference, as expected. I mean, it's a team that perennially has success in the ODAC.
So they come up here and challenge themselves before they get into conference tournament play and see if they get, berths to the NCAA. That's kind of what you want to do.
And I'll say this, William Smith was a huge challenge. In only their second season of existence, they really took Carnegie Mellon to the ropes, and CMU in one of the best volleyball conferences in Division III landscape. So that goes 5 sets, and they go and face off against Randolph-Macon and made quick work. So yes, you're right. It is good to see the competition that you wouldn't normally catch in conference play. Block up front to start set 2. It's Kai Herkenrother.
And, Jared, just last point on William Smith, the challenge of getting the players at a location in upstate New York that is not known. Volleyball is known as a warm climate type the schools that are there are successful, so you got to get them up there in lacrosse country to play volleyball.
Back-to-back points for Kai Herkenrother, a kill this time, and it's 2-0 CMU.
That was a good block there right in the middle.
It's Laura Reichard serving. This setup for Parker, but it's blocked back to her. Herkenrother and Schlemmer going to work.
Getting some really well-placed, effective two-person walls on those last 2 points to get the blocks. They each get a half a block on that, or how's that work?
We'd have to look at the stat sheet. This out of play. 4-0 CMU. Reichard still serving. Back line. It's the libero digging it out. DiCandido. Chen keeping it alive. Battle with the net. This point's going to Randolph-Macon as we have a net violation on Nea Tamala. Natty DiCandido, the junior out of Virginia Beach, serving now for the Yellow Jackets. Schlemmer, big blast, count it. Too easy. We see it happen so often up at close range with the net. She is just a tremendous talent.
Her hot streak continues, and that's why you see her out there.
Parker, her blast dug out by Chen. Now it's returned over, and Jane Dean catching the Yellow Jackets off guard.
Good read there.
And a timeout taken as Randolph-Macon will have to regroup.
Randolph-Macon seems a little flat in this match here, Jared. Not sure why. Could maybe understand if that previous one went 5 sets and it was kind of emotional, but just not catching the rhythm yet, but still time. The music continues, that little Sandstorm jam. You might hear that at some Halloween parties tonight, huh?
Yeah, maybe so. Halloween weekend here in Pittsburgh. Falling on a Tuesday this year. So the festivities all happening tonight. Look at that laser from Avani Seshiah in the far left corner.
Good set from middle to the left side. She was able to put that one home. 7-1 lead.
Abby Chen serving, service error out of bounds. Now 7-2. Caitlin Kaplan, the sophomore center out of Norfolk, Virginia, serving now. Dig from Seshiah. She'll get the chance.
Oh.
Just kept alive. Perfect movement from Leslie Curry.
Oh.
Off-speed hit Schlemmer. Handled well by the Yellow Jackets. This into the block and it falls. Randolph-Macon on the board. It's 7-3.
The Yellow Jackets did real well there. The libero, Mindee, and the other player kept it alive, keep that rally to get that point when it was kind of a wild hit there.
Parker, a blast from the near corner. Schlemmer too far. She's very talented, but sometimes, every once in a while, those powerful hits go just a bit too far. Happens.
Yeah, that
happens to
probably
the best of them.
gets to technique, right? Where maybe you just don't get the ball positioning correct above you, or you're just too far leaning back.
Another solid blast from Seshiah on that far side. She's been pretty active so far in this match. And Jane Dean finds one to drop to the floor. Doubling the lead, it's 8-4 here in the second set. Bella Woodard into the match. She was critical at different points of that first meeting this morning against William Smith College. Sophomore out of Texas. And we actually have a new server as well, as Julie Wu is in. And if you remember, as this one falls for Grace Parker, good strike and point, and Parker will serve. But if you remember,
Wu was
Julie
throwing the fire.
Yeah, really, in the fifth set, she comes in to
for her first appearance.
Yes, for serving duties to finish things off. So she handled it well. Here's Parker's serve. Dug out Seshiah. Wu leaving for Dean.
Whoa.
And no return. Hits off a couple of Randolph-Macon players. 9-5 Tartans. As Zoe Gavros checks back in. Gavros to the back line. Good block. Dean and Reichard with no return.
I've learned to wait when I'm not sure for the official to point to either side of the court to see who got that one, because it was kind of hard to tell right there.
A serve from Gavros off the top of the net. Handled by Randolph-Macon, and now CMU responds. Reichard with a drive. Returned. Chen setting up Reichard once more. Off the double block, almost into the Yellow Jacket bench, but it keeps going. Reichard says, how about a third one? Woodard, this from the near side. Just kept alive at the front of the net. It was Caitlin Kaplan running over to try to keep it going, but she didn't have any help after the hit. 11-5 CMU.
We saw in the earlier match that Gavros had some success at the service line to help one of the CMU rallies.
This drive down, count the point. That's Grace Parker. So listen to the Grace Parker accolades are pretty impressive. When I was looking up and doing the research, and we'll get to it here as Mia Zazero, who is in to serve at this point. As Parker blasts one skyward. Has some help. It's Jordan Little. Now Woodard just catches the back corner. Point Tartans. And a substitution as Isabel Sheppard checks into the game, and she'll serve. Lead doubled, it's 12-6 in set two. Little off-speed hit as Woodard and company tried to keep it alive, but Megan Bost got the best of CMU. Chen back in.
It was 7-1 CMU, so Randolph-Macon has climbed back into this one.
Trailing by 5, 12-7. Gavros dig in the back line. Ella Herkenrother bringing the force.
I've done some volleyball matches in the past with someone would call that a big swinger right there. Hammered that one down.
It was a hammer for sure. Nea Tamala, freshman center out of Los Angeles, California, back to serve. And it's an ace. Doubling the lead once again, 14-7. Parker keeping it going. This a block in the front, Herkenrother and Schlemmer. Chen. And then Herkenrother set up by Tamala. Diving pancake dig Reichard, but Tartans could not return it.
Good decision on that winner for the Yellow Jackets to go with the soft placed over the wall, right into the middle of the D. Pick up the point for Randolph-Macon. They got 8 now. They trail 14-8.
Gavros on the back line. Now push over from Reichard. It's brought back to him off the block from Randolph-Macon. Parker, her drive, dug out Gavros. Just kept alive before going out of play, but it catches the wrong side of the antenna. So Randolph-Macon will get the point. Herkenrother, a little hesitation on the hit. but it falls. 15-9, Tartans.
Yeah, that would have made a good photo, the way she was hanging in the air right there. Didn't go with the power, went with the placement, picked up the point. Got a very illiterate right there, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Reichard serving. Parker's blast over the net. Kept alive by Chen. And she'll return it. Dig from Maddie DiCandido. Block back to them. It was Herkenrother and a whistle. Point Tartans on the double hit from Randolph-Macon.
So that's why they put up the 2 for the officials.
Parker digs, and it's back to her. Her slam too hard, but they claiming that I think there was
a touch. They gave
there was
the
a
point.
violation of some sort, so they gave the point to Randolph-Macon.
And the tripod for Randolph-Macon with the iPad was knocked down, and they're trying to put that back up. Oh, wait, now they switched to scoring. So maybe it was just an error on the data entry. Wait, now they're giving the service to Randolph. I'm confused. There we go. It's back to 16.
Yeah, there was a violation on CMU. That gave the point to Randolph-Macon because that was hit well out of bounds. Reichard on the dig. Seshiah and company keeping it alive. Now the block right at the net. Herkenrother sends it back down. It looked like it was going to be danger at first, but she's able to coolly finish off the job.
As much as I've ever seen, that ball kind of sat on top of the net more than any other, and it was such a good read right there. Instead of going for the pass, just went straight for the kill.
Abby Chen serving. Dig is Parker. Far side of the net. Blasted down. And just stays in bounds as Tennessee Gooch had it coming back to her. (18-10) Tartans in set 2. Chen dig. It's Seshiah. DiCandido. Chen. Seshiah once more. A dig from Parker. Now it's Millie Mock getting in on the action. Parker couldn't get it over the net on the return. 19-10 Tartans.
Unforced error for Randolph-Macon.
This tip, Jane Dean. How about the second chance? And it catches the floor.
Jean on the pogo stick, right? The little dunk attempt back over the net, and then the slam down.
Parker digs. Millie Mock setting up Parker. This falls out of bounds after hitting the block initially from CMU. Point to the Yellow Jackets. And a substitution as Caitlin Kaplan checks back into the contest. Reichard in the back line. Now it's Jane Dean.
Good block.
Yes, right back to the Tartans. And how about some Seshiah action from the far side? 21-11. Julie Wu back into the game. Her team leads 21-11. Dig on the back line. Now it's the far side. Count the point for Grace Parker. She'll get the kill. Another substitution as Jordan Little, freshman outside hitter out of Apex, North Carolina, enters the contest. Parker will serve. Reichard dig on the back. Seshiah can't catch the outside corner, and it goes for a Randolph-Macon point.
Set for Seshiah on that far side from the right to left. They're trying to switch the point of attack. She couldn't get that cross quarter.
Reichard blasts this up in the air. Chen and out of play. Unreturnable. 21-14. Parker continues to serve, trying to get the Yellow Jackets back into this game.
3 consecutive points, 4 of the last 5 to Randolph-Macon.
Seshiah handles first. Wu and Woodard join the action. Far side, big block up front, and it falls. Jane Dean and Avani Seshiah. As Zoe Gavros spells the senior. And she'll serve with a 22-14 edge. Dig back line. Kaplan. Now a hit from Jordan Little. Reichard into the net. Point to Randolph-Macon.
Yeah, that kill attempt, it never made it over for the block. Stayed on the CMU's court side.
Mia Zazero. Serving now for Randolph-Macon. Bella Woodard with the blast. It's 23-15.
Again with the southpaw hit on the right side of the court. Got the diagonal one through the defense for the point. They're up 8, 23-15.
Big drive coming from the far side. That was Megan Bost.
Gonna be a scramble here.
Reichard and company able to return it. Kaplan tries to set up a teammate. That was Lola Lasco in the front of the net, the freshman middle blocker out of Georgetown, Texas. Unable to handle it. Set point upcoming. Isabel Sheppard. Sent to the back line. Kaplan sets up the perfect strike from Bost. And it falls for another Yellow Jacket point. Millie Mock checking back in, as does Tennessee Gooch.
Bost with the good left-handed power from near that right side.
Ball skyward from the Tartans, but unreturnable. Point to Randolph-Macon. As Gavros and Herkenrother not on the same page.
Staved off set point twice here. Still have the serve.
Millie Mock to Gavros, back line. Wu sets up Reichard. Great dig from DiCandido. And now Herkenrother has it sent back to her. Yellow Jackets trying to swarm here late in the second set.
Lela Nolasco in there in the middle helping with that. Or was that Gooch? Was it 5 or 8 on that?
Looked like 8.
Gooch.
Woodard says, this one's over. A big drive to make it 25-18. And the Tartans take a 2-0 lead. 25-5, set 1 victory, 25-18, set 2 victory. Carnegie Mellon leading Randolph-Macon 2-0, and are looking for a sweep here in the final game of the Carnegie Mellon tri-match.
Neha Tumala has 18 assists so far. That number jumps off the page.
She predominantly taking that role from Mindee Lai, who is missing this match due to an injury.
So, Seshiah also has 6 kills. And so does Jane Dean, has 8 to lead the way for the Tartans. Grace Parker with 7. You had some information you wanted to go over with Grace Parker. Hit it.
Yes, that's right. So Parker, I mentioned, second in the nation in attacks per set, kills per set, and points per set. She's also first in her conference in total attacks, second in points and total kills, 4th in aces per set and digs per set. She's a 3-time ODAC Player of the Week this year. while also being named the Game Changer ABCA National Player of the Week all this season. Last year, she broke the single season record with 563 kills and led the nation in kills per set, points per set, and she reached the 1,000 career kill mark all last year. She was a VASID Player of the Year, All-America, honorable mention, All-Region, ODAC Player of the Year, ODAC Tournament MVP, 3-time ODAC Player of the Week, and 2-time second team All-ODAC, as well as being the ODAC Rookie of the Year. So it's pretty easy to say that Grace Parker is one of the best players to ever come out of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference for the sport of women's volleyball.
That was a long list of accolades you just reviewed there for her. And I'm going to be interested to watch the Yellow Jackets in this third set here, Jared. They've come up here and they've lost 5 sets they've played. Do they pack up the tent? They're not interested in this third one, or they really dig and say, hey, we came all this way. We can't go home 0-6.
I don't think that they're going to go and just pack things up by any means. And 22nd year head coach Bill Rogers would probably be pretty mad if they just decided to quit. So I would look for their best effort here in set 3. Drive coming from Parker. It's blocked back to them and no return. Tartans take the early lead in set 3. Nea Tamala. Backline dig from Leslie Curry. Now it's Parker. And the block successful. This coming off the hands of Juliana McFarland. Another key piece to that victory over William Smith earlier today.
Yeah, she did a great job in the middle of the front line with some blocks, some easy, put downs for points. Thought maybe that was a violation, but CMU gets that one.
3-0 lead here in the third set. Tamala continues to serve. Backline dig. It's Curry. Parker punching it up over the net. Now Schlemmer. Haven't seen her since set 1. Drive from the near side for Tennessee Gooch.
Whoa.
And this goes flying. Unreturnable. 4-0 CMU lead.
Raker with the winner. Reichard with the winner down the left side there.
Service error stopping the 4-0 spurt. As Lola Nolasco is back to serve for Randolph-Macon. Dig, back line, it's Reichard. And a setup for Juliana McFarland with no return.
That was an example of what I was talking about. Nolasco took that one off the Mellon, and she just kind of chuckled about it.
It happens.
Yeah, she just chuckled and moved on to the next point as she subs out.
Grace Parker, a laser that's dug out by Abby Chen. And this one falls into the CMU bench, unreturnable.
Schlemmer had designs of making a dive, and then she realized she was going to go right into the chairs and said, maybe not this point. Self-preservation.
Caitlin Kaplan checking back into the game. The sophomore is back to serve. Chen, the dig. Schlemmer set up, goes off speed, and it's tipped away as Grace Parker actually took the opportunity away from libero Maddie DiCandido, who's set up underneath to try to make a play on that ball. 6-2 Tartans. And Abby Chen to serve. Dig from the back line. That was Leslie Curry. Reichard on the other end. Set up, drive that's blocked at the front of the net. Mia Zizero, the middle blocker out of Tampa, Florida, garnering the point and cutting the lead in half.
Yeah, Zizero with a good block that time. Tracking the path of that kill attempt sending it back for the point.
Service error on Parker. Substitutions is Bella Woodard back into the game, as is Julie Wu. Backline dig. DiCandido. And returned that off the hands of Bost. And Parker, but then into the net as Zazero tried her best to get that away from the netting, but unable to get a ball that was returnable. Wu continues to serve. 8-3 Tartan lead here in set 3. Dig popped up. That was Grace Parker. And this one into the net off the hands of Megan Bost.
Yeah, that was a really low attempt right there. 3-point run makes it 9-3 in favor of the Tartans.
This one lofted to Parker, she'll dig. Kaplan tries to set up a teammate, and it works out in their favor as Megan Bost hits it off the block, and it falls on the CMU boards to give the point to Randolph-Macon. Maddie DiCandido. Into the net, service error. Zoe Gavros back to serve. Parker dig on the back line. Bost and Julie Wu keeping it going.
Oh.
Now a little bit of a tip, just an off-speed tip from Lola Nolasco that falls.
Two potential hitters on that left side right there, and it was the first one, kind of with utilizing a little deception and then a little off speed to put that one home for the Yellow Jackets.
10-5 advantage. Now Laura Walton, setter serving as Chen digs. Woodard coming from that far side. Parker keeps it alive. And it's returned. Chen to Wu. Just a beautiful dump. Julie Wu.
The element of surprise. I think she caught her teammates off guard on that one as they were preparing to elevate for the kill attempt. And before she took off, she just kind of stopped as Wu just dumped that one over the net on the second touch.
Parker, big drive. Gavros wards it off. Reichard sent back over. Far side of the court, it's Carly Mariano. Now Woodard. Parker, skyward. DiCandido. And it's returned from Tennessee Gooch. Big drive down. Juliana McFarland, count the point.
Tartans are getting on a roll here. Just about halfway home to this third set victory.
Isabel Sheppard. Serve to the back line. Dug out Mariano. This punched along. Tennessee Gooch. Reichard sets Woodard. And a big block that works into the favor of the Yellow Jackets. Mariano there. She was working with Gooch. Leslie Curry back into the game, and she'll serve. Team trails by 6. Julie Wu setting up Reichard, and this hit by the libero and falls for the CMU point. Nea Tamalo back in. She'll serve, and Elizabeth Schlemmer also returning from the bench. The 13-6 lead. Service error.
I think between the two matches, that's the first time I've seen the libero for Randolph-Macon take a break on the bench here.
Gavros puts this skyward. Reichard does the same, and it's over the net. And this one falls in from the Randolph-Macon point.
Nope, they're going to discuss this one. We got a signal and then a change signal from the official on the far corner, so they're going to bring this one in to discuss it.
All four officials gathering at the R1 podium. Velasco serving. Gavros the dig. Reichard had it blocked back to her. That was Tennessee Gooch and Mia Zazzaro teaming up the front of the net.
Good block there for the Yellow Jackets, catching a little momentum here for the last 5 points.
Now how about the response from Juliana McFarland, the sophomore middle blocker?
She wanted to put an end to that rally for the Yellow Jackets right from the middle position. She put that one home. Back set.
Schlemmer, it finds the floor. The kill, it's 15-9.
Through the wall.
Reichard serving. Dugout back line. Parker. As this deflects off of a tartan hand, point will go to the Yellow Jackets. Megan Bost back into this game, as is Caitlin Kaplan, and she'll serve. Backline dig, Reichard. Now Parker pushing it over the net and putting it where nobody was waiting for it for CMU.
Good read right there, seeing the middle of the court with the soft push.
Kaplan still serving. 15-11 deficit for the Yellow Jackets. Schlemmer from the far side with force. Count it. Timeout called.
It's fun to watch how Schlemmer gets herself set and how she moves on the court after the serve, the back up, give the ability to run into it.
16-11 here in set 3. Carnegie Mellon just trying to take care of business after a 5-set victory over William Smith College earlier this in the day. They'd love to close it out with a sweep of Randolph-Macon. After the timeout, Isabella Sierra checking in, the sophomore middle blocker out of Leesburg, Virginia. For CMU, and Abby Chen will serve. Backline dig, it's DiCandido. Big drive, it was Parker. But handled well as Reichard sends it sky high.
Oh, good save.
It was a good setup and hit from Zazzaro. But the point ultimately ends up to the hands of the Yellow Jackets. As a substitution brings Carly Mariano into the game. And Grace Parker, the 5th-year player, set to serve. Seshiah swiping it back over. This pushed along. Tamala and Seshiah. Point falls as DiCandido went diving, but there was nobody there to help. 17-12 CMU.
Just
And
good placement on that kill.
Julie Wu will be in to serve. Dig back line, Mariano. Bella Woodard sent a laser towards the floor, but it's dug out well. Now Wu and company get a return. Chen, Wu, Isabella Sierra, her first point of the afternoon on the kill. Back line, dig, and a miss hit. As the ball went flying off of Mariano's hands.
3-point rally, 3 of 4. 7-point lead for the Tartans.
And Julie Wu continues to serve. Dig from DiCandido. Big block. Sierra and Woodard teaming up to make it 20-12.
Yeah, that was a good read. Candido had to save it on the serve over on that left side. You could see where it was coming from.
And an ace for Julie Wu as it rolls off the hands of DiCandido. Point.
Foot fault.
Yep, steps on the line, so CMU point, 24-15.
I even caught that one, Jared. An opportunity to serve for the match victory here.
They'll bring the senior defensive specialist, Isabel Sheppard, in to serve. See if they can finish it off here. Woodard the tip. And that is a final. Carnegie Mellon sweeps Randolph-Macon in just 3 sets to take home the second victory of the day. (25-5, 25-18, and 25-15).
Tartans moved to 18-10 after today. Randolph-Macon is now going to be 15-7.
Randolph-Macon, they've got a pretty tough matchup, non-conference, coming up against 22nd ranked Mary Washington. That'll be on November 1st. Meanwhile, CMU, they head to upstate New York as they're at Geneseo for the SUNY Geneseo Invitational on Friday. So they'll play Geneseo first on Friday, and then they have 2 matches on Saturday against RIT and Fredonia. So actually that's, yes, so the first game's Friday, and I guess 2 on Sunday, unless I have that wrong on my sheet. Can take a look real quick.
Maybe they play the winner of the RIT Fredonia match. Is it one of those type of bracket situations, or do you get up and play all 3 again?
I think you're up and playing all 3. Let me see. So Friday, Saturday, I just wrote the wrong date. So Friday against Geneseo, and then RIT and Fredonia on the same day at 10 and 12:30 on Saturday. And then it's time for the UAA Championship Tournament. That'll start on Friday, November 10th, down at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll see if the Tartans can make some noise in the UAA Championship. And then we'll see if they have done enough to qualify for the NCAA tournament. As we mentioned, coming into today, they were receiving votes. So that very well could be the case that this team could be going dancing once again for the 2nd year in a row. Again, a 3-0 victory here over Randolph-Macon to finish off the Carnegie Mellon tri-match after a 3-2 win earlier against William Smith College. The Tartans victorious in both of their matches from the Wiegand Gymnasium today. And improved, you mentioned it already, Kevin. Now 18-7 overall. And are ready to go with one more tournament before the UAA Championship Tournament down in Atlanta. For Kevin Zolwanski, I'm Jared Barton saying thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you next time here on the Carnegie Mellon Athletics website.